Today's practice comes in the form of willingness. Willingness has two different meanings that can apply here. It is a quality of action, or to do something willingly, as opposed to resentfully or reluctantly. And it involves making room for our thoughts, feelings, and sensations. Everyone gets out of breath from time to time. It's a fairly normal experience in life. Sometimes when we feel breathless, we also experience sensations of dizziness, being lightheaded, blurred vision, tingling, heart palpitations, a tight chest, numbness, and a sense of being detached from ourselves. All of these experiences are part of life. Let's begin by finding a comfortable position to sit, upright, and you can begin by keeping your eyes open. Take a deep breath and hold it for as long as you can. Exhale if you haven't already. Let's do this one more time and see if you can hold your breath a bit longer this time. Take a deep breath in and hold it for as long as you can. Exhale if you haven't already. Let's try this again, but this time with your eyes closed if that's comfortable for you. So take a deep breath in and hold it as long as you can. Exhale if you haven't already. And one more time with our eyes closed. Again, trying to hold it longer than we did before. Take a deep breath in. and exhale. The second part of this exercise is for overbreathing, which often happens when we panic. So let's start by bringing in the overbreathing. So start by taking some rapid inhales and exhales that are spaced about a breath every 2 seconds. Now take in a deep breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue on your own. Notice how your breathing has slightly changed from hyperventilation to a more calm, normal pace. If your breathing has not yet returned to normal, continue with this exercise for another 1 to 2 minutes. When you're ready, come back to your body. Notice the feeling of it on your chair, your feet on the floor. Open your eyes. Notice what you can see, what you can hear, what you can smell, and what you can taste. So, why should we be willing and explore that willingness with our breath or with anything else really? And the reason really is that sometimes we have to do things that are a bit uncomfortable. And the truth is we can actually do those things. So the first part of the exercise, which was holding our breath, may seem like, oh my gosh, like I held my breath so long the first time, I don't know if I can hold it longer the second time. But what most people find is that they actually can hold it longer the second time because they're willing to stay with a bit of the uncomfortable feeling of wanting to take that breath. And then the second part of the exercise, where we kind of put ourselves into that state of more of like a hyperventilation, was really to show that like, we're okay to be in that state, but we can also bring ourselves out of that state. If you're willing to take a step back and start to control your breath. So this is really good acceptance practice. You can use this practice to teach yourself to be willing with other things as well. So especially the first part I've used with many clients on other uncomfortable feelings, because it's a transferable skill. So you start by learning to be a bit uncomfortable with holding your breath. Okay, I can do this, and then you find yourself, maybe you're in a place where you're feeling a bit anxious. Okay, like it's okay, anxiety is okay, I can stay with this feeling. It's not actually going to hurt me. Of course, if you are practicing and you desperately need to take a breath, please take a breath. We don't want to ever put yourself into harm's way, thus the disclaimer at the beginning, but just allow yourself to have some experiences that maybe aren't super pleasant, because they are part of life. There are times where we may have to hold our breath a bit longer. We may be in an uncomfortable position. We may be having a bit of a panic attack, and it's not going to harm us physically to be willing to stay with that uncomfortable feeling. It's just going to be uncomfortable. Okay, so what are we going to do for reflections today? We are going to do our regular what did you notice? So what did you notice while you were doing this meditation, this exercise, both in the first part when you were holding your breath, and then what did you notice in the second part when you were regulating your breath? And then what are you now noticing about that noticing when you take a step back? All right, everybody, take care and keep making the most of it.